Ohio.
Land of Buckeyes, birthplace of LeBron James and Charles Manson. Pickup trucks everywhere, and now permitless concealed carry. Let's walk through Ohio's gun laws, chapter by chapter, so you can carry smart, stay sharp, and don't get caught in traps, like hunters on ATVs keep getting in trouble for this simple, avoidable mistake. Chapter 1. Ohio Permitless Carry and CHL. Permitless carry means anyone 21 or older who isn't legally prohibited can carry a concealed handgun in Ohio without getting a license. That's with no training, background check, or license to concealed carry. 18-year-olds can open carry but not conceal, and it applies whether you live in Ohio or you're just passing through. No special holster is required by law, but federal zones and Ohio's no carry spots still apply, which we'll cover later. Chapter 2. Buying firearms and open carry in Ohio. In Ohio, every dealer sale runs through a NICS check unless you've got a CHL, which skips the whole process, which is amazing. Ask around and you'll hear it. People hate NICS because it delays clean buyers, blocks sales over clerical errors, and feels like a backdoor gun registry. Ohio age requirements for purchases matches federal law. 18 for long guns, 21 for handguns. Private sales in Ohio don't require a background check, but selling to someone you know is prohibited, like a felon or minor, will land you in trouble. Someone 18 to 20 can open carry a handgun if they lawfully possess one, like gifted or private sales from a family, but they cannot buy a handgun from a dealer until 21. So in Ohio, you can open carry at 18, but can't buy a beer until you're 21 because apparently Coors Light is more dangerous than a shotgun. Chapter 3. Carrying in vehicles in Ohio. Let's talk cars and trucks. Handguns? Yeah, you can carry them loaded and concealed in your vehicle. That's legal under Ohio's permitless carry law. But here's the catch. It can't be sitting loose where you or a passenger can just grab it. It has to be on your person, in a holster, or otherwise secured. Now, long guns, totally different story. Rifles and shotguns must be unloaded and either locked in a case, stored in a trunk, or carried in plain sight. No shortcuts here. The law is crystal clear. Now, here's a pro tip. If you're hauling a rifle or shotgun, keep it cased in a trunk. That way you never have to argue about what unloaded and visible means at the side of the road. And here is where hunters get caught. Long guns on an ATV or off-road vehicle fall under the same unloaded and secured rules as in a truck. Hunters get jammed up on this if they think out in the woods equals exception. Sounds like some sort of a trap, so on your toes out there, hunters. Chapter 4. Ohio police stops and soft compliance. Ohio isn't a duty to inform state. It's more of a disclose on command. People call it many things, but think of it as produce when prompted. But basically, don't offer it up until they ask. If an officer asks, you must truthfully state you're carrying, show your ID, keep your hands visible. It's not just keep your hands visible. The law specifically requires that you not move your hands toward the firearm unless told to. Reaching, even instinctively, has led to arrests. Now, I've heard some people argue that's only for permitless carriers, and that's completely false. Both permitless and CHL holders are treated the same under Ohio's disclosure rule. There's no wiggle room. If the officer gives commands about where to place your hands, stepping out of the car, or how to secure the firearm, you must follow. Disobeying after disclosure equals a whole separate charge. Chapter 5. Ohio no carry zones and exceptions. So obviously police stations, jails, secured airport areas, and courthouses are completely no carry zones. And kindergarten through 12 schools, unless you're a CHL holder and it's locked in your vehicle in like the school parking lot. Liquor establishments, you can carry if you're not drinking. Colleges, public transport, and usually government buildings, all off limits. Everyone knows courthouses are banned, but local city, county buildings can post signage, and if they don't, it's legal to carry. People lump them together and assume all government buildings are off limits, which isn't true. Now comment below if this is something you knew about or not. Then we got houses of worship. Off limits unless the place grants permission. And posted no gun signs. They have force of law. Private property signs matter too. Ignore one and you're trespassing. So remember, the guy breaking into cars is fine, but walk past a no gun sign with your CHL and suddenly you're just as bad, maybe even worse. Make it make sense. Chapter 6. Schools and federal school zone trap. Ohio bans guns in school safety zones. That means the building, the grounds, and the buses. The carve out, CHL holders can keep a handgun locked in their car on school property. Federally, the Gun-Free School Zone Act makes it a felony to carry within 1,000 10,000 feet of a school unless you have a license from that same state. So your Ohio CHL covers you here, but not if you cross into, let's say, Pennsylvania. Now, the reason I call this a trap, in the cities, there's a school almost on every block. So one wrong turn and you're facing federal felony charges. This is pretty much why I have a concealed weapons permit, is so I don't have to deal with this, because it feels like a trap. You know, nothing stops criminals like a magical invisible bubble that only law-abiding citizens respect. Chapter 7, Self-Defense and Stand Your Ground. This is pretty simple. Ohio is a stand your ground state. No duty to retreat anywhere you're legally allowed to be. Now, this doesn't mean shoot first. Force still has to be reasonable. So no, you can't just shoot someone for cutting you in line at a Wendy's. Though in fairness, some fries are worth fighting for. Chapter 8. Ohio Reciprocity and Border Hopping. Visitors with permits from states Ohio recognizes can carry here. For residents leaving Ohio, states vary. An Ohio CHL gets you the broadest recognition, but many states are now permitless. Always verify before you cross a border. Now here's a pro tip. It's just always smart to bookmark a reciprocity map on your phone, like the one from the Ohio Attorney General. I'll link that one below, because nothing ruins a family vacation faster than felony charges in Pennsylvania. Chapter 9. Ohio updates and laws to watch for. House Bill 348 would bring back a duty to carry your license and notify police. It hasn't passed yet, but it shows lawmakers are still tinkering. Other proposals are like tax breaks for safes, universal background checks. None are law as of now. Keep an eye out, because if there's one thing politicians can't resist, it's messing with laws they don't understand. Oh, and here's a bonus fact I just found out. In 2024, Ohio issued over 14,000 new CHLs. They renewed tens of thousands. And apparently, that's down from the year before. I guess renewals remain strong though. Check out Relax Fit Tactical. Subscribe for more state breakdowns, follow us for real-time updates, and share your experiences in the comments. Because in Ohio, the difference between carrying free and carrying foolish can be just one bad law away. And don't be lame. Subscribe.